Hey Pisces, welcome to the week. How are you? This is your reading for the end of May, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I will look back a little bit to the weekend because something big did happen over the weekend in terms of maybe it's possible that there was some kind of argument. And if there was, then you're going to want to stay tuned for that because we did have Uranus and the Sun coming together this weekend. We also had a Mercury square Mars energy there. So if something happened to your job, okay, stick around. If nothing happened to your job, then this may not be impacting you. So let's see where we go. At the very least, I feel like you're ready to tell a different story about things. Okay, like the karma is unfolding, and it's like, okay, I've had it with this story. I want to tell a new story. So that could become, oh yeah, ancestral karma. I picked that right out in your chart. So we'll talk about that in the extended, I think. The universe wants to co-conspire with you. You are at the divine Y point. And befriend your fear monster. That is the karma that is showing up. This is about you becoming more dynamic or more, I don't know, really putting on the armor, being brave, not so kind of welcoming of, yeah, well, life just happens to you. Like, I feel like this is a time when you're really going to start stepping into your power. Okay. And the ancestors are supporting you in that. Let's see what wants to come through for my Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Feel free to swap around the energies. As always, I could be talking to a cross watcher. If this doesn't resonate for you, check out your Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. Okay? These are general readings. The World, Page of Wands, Two of Swords. Look at this. Knight of Wands and the Five of Wands. I do see the job here, but I'm just going to take these five. And I kind of get the feeling that there is something here about a new chapter opening up where I feel you might feel a little out of place, not sure which tool in your bag to use. You may feel that other people are against you and you're like, where's this coming from? Why is this happening? That's what is going to make you want to step into your power. Okay. Pluto is retrograding in your 12th house of karma, 12th house of addictions, unseen enemies. And, you know, part of the unseen enemies is that you may hand over your power pretty easily because that is what's kept you safe. It's no longer going to keep you safe. If you're like, okay, I just like go along to get along and, you know, everybody, I make it nice for other people to do what they want to do. And that keeps me safe. It's going to flip. Okay. You're going to need to really step into your power more. And you might be having some internal experiences about this, maybe some dreams, maybe some, like, why is this flipping? Okay, like we're the end of a cycle where the things you used to do to keep yourself safe don't work anymore. So you're going to need to become a little bit more dynamic here. And I feel like Saturn's going to help you. The 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Four of Wands. Some of you are moving out of your parents' house. Really? Okay. This is like, okay, I'm going to make my way. That's a gate card. The 10 of Pentacles is my family in the past. Four of Wands is a moving card. I'm going to move out of my parents' house. Some of you could be leaving behind a career, leaving behind a set of friends that was all based on, you know, people you knew from the past, okay, or people that knew your family or something like that. When I went away to college, when I grew up was a very cozy little town. Everybody knew everybody. We went from K through 12 together and there were very few surprises, kind of a thing. And then when I went to college, it was like, whoa, there's all these people who like, I don't know, and they don't know me at all. And It just felt very disempowering a little bit that I had to I felt like I had to prove myself all over again. But I feel like what that was really was an unhealthy family dynamic that made me feel like love needed to be earned. And so kicked in that coping mechanism, which was performance. Do a lot, show people who you are in a big way so they'll love you back or something like that. It was just it was too much. It was people pleasing. Okay. And maybe that's what's going on with you too. The Queen of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, the Two of Pentacles. Interesting. Four of Cups, the Strength card, and the Chariot. All right. I love this for you. I love this moving forward. There's definitely some new options on the table here. And this is again about I'm kind of used to a certain type of person. It's possible some of you are moving out of a marriage house, like a family house that you have created, and you're moving on from that. Okay, you're moving on into a different kind of life. And I feel like you've hung back for a long time. Some of you really didn't want to move on, but this kind of kicked you in the ass. There's something that happened that kind of flipped the script on you and really kicked you in the ass to get you moving. Something happened. It could be different for each one of you, but you're moving out of this comfy, cozy place into something that is I'm not sure what's going on. There's a lot of different choices, a lot of different options. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Some of them, I don't know. I feel like there's this illusory experience. Saturn at that 29 degrees, it's going to pop into Aries on the 24th of May. It will go retrograde this summer, and it will leave Aries on September 1st and come back into your sign. So whatever's going to be happening between May 24th and September 1st is likely to give you a preview of this next 2.5 years. Okay, because Saturn will stay in Aries for 2.5 years. Now, Saturn is all about restriction. So if you have felt your dreams restricted by money or by tradition or something like that, I feel like that's about to open up. But there's this sense of wow, there's just, before the choices were easy because you kind of knew what they were. And now everything is just I'm not sure where anything is. We moved out of a house and then moved back into that house. I had a job offer, moved everything out. We're going to sell that house. We didn't sell the house because that job offer fell through, and moved back into the house. And so when I put everything back, not everything got put back in its same place. And so I remember my ex-husband asking me for hey, where's this now? And I'm I reorganized things, so things may be in different places. And it was really kind of upending for a little while, but just a little while. So I feel like some of you could be in a comfortable place, moving out of home or somewhere that was a very stuck kind of energy for a while, and doing something exciting, going to a new house or building a new career or building a new love relationship or something like that. But things are not the same. This is especially true if some of you have just gotten divorced and you're just starting to date again, and you're wow, the rules are all different. The rules have changed in a big way. That's what some of you may be going back into the workplace after raising children. Some of you may be starting your own business, and maybe you had started a business, 15 years ago, and now rules are all different, right? So there's definitely something here about that. And then I do see this really empowering you. All right, so I really like this actually for you. And I see the Chariot about you moving forward. Once you figure this out, I don't think it's going to take you super duper long, but I think this summer is going to be the preview. So take notes about what goes on this summer. Yes, There's Ace of Swords under here. Take notes about what goes on this summer, because when it comes back into Pisces, there's going to be a kind of a familiar feeling when Saturn comes back. And there'll be a kind of familiar feeling to you again about like maybe people you know, or, oh, okay, things are settling down. That's good. But then next year, we're going to have Saturn and Neptune, your ruling planet, conjunct at the 0 degree mark of Aries, which is like the universal birth of something new. And so whatever goes down here, I feel like that's what this is. The Strength card and the Chariot are about you really learning some things this summer, like kind of push yourself. If the dating thing is going on, kind of push yourself to figure it out. Not necessarily find the right person. You could, but I feel like, you really kind of got to throw yourself into something or immerse yourself. If you're moving to a new place, a new city, a new country even, you really need to get the lay of the land, the rules. Figure out the rules. That's Saturn, okay? And Aries is about you taking some action. So you're going to need to figure out the rules here. So this 2 of Pentacles, I think initially you resist, but then the 10 of Wands, the High Priestess, the Hanged Man, and the King of Wands. Okay, I like this. Again, so more Leo energy. There's definitely something about you figuring it out. Stop trying to do the old thing, or stop trying to make things conform to the old way. This is how it used to be. Well, when I was in school, this is how it, maybe some of you are going back to get another degree, or you're stepping into the world of online learning or something like that. And you're like, this isn't how it works. Okay. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like, try to embrace the new and see it as a benefit, see it as an opportunity. Because High Priestess here is about, I'm getting a little bit like, I'm not going to tell you how to do this. I'm not going to give you the roadmap. You're going to have to figure it out. And I love that you're getting this King of Wands down here, because that does say to me that you do figure it out. And that's Leo, like maybe not initially. Part of learning astrology, if you guys want to learn astrology, I do deliver or have a group every Thursday, 3 Thursdays of every month. And I take questions and we talk about what the astrology means for you. Personally, it's a nice little small group. So you might want to jump into that, because some of the things I talk about are about like, okay, this is Leo energy. And if I'm talking about Saturn moving into Aries, you might be surprised to learn that within the time period that a planet is in a sign, it has different energies within Aries. So the first 10 degrees is Aries. It's like what you see is what you get. It's very Aries energy. But the second 10 degrees, when it's traveling through that second 10 degrees, it's Leo. Aries Leo combo. Okay. So there's more about being seen. There's more about being known. And I feel like in the beginning of this transit with Saturn moving in this summer, you're going to be pushed to really say or do some things that are you, me, myself, and I. Like, it can't be about what other people want or what other people expect, or even the rules of the past. It's got to be about what I want. Where do you want to live? Forget about who lives there. Forget about, I want to be close to this person or that person. It's not really about them. It's about, I really want to live in a warmer climate. I want to live where I can walk everywhere. I want to live, whatever it is, you've got to determine the rules for you. And then then next year, the next 2.5 years, you're going to be hashing this out. You're going to be really working through this. And so you better come up with what you want. It can't be about other people's wants or needs. I mean, maybe you want to live near your sister, or you want to live near your best friend. That's fine. That's a desire. But it can't be like, what if they weren't there? Would you still live there? All right. Now, this Chariot, the Strength and the Chariot card. 9 of Swords, the Temperance or Sag, that's the third fire sign, the Empress energy, and the Five of Cups. Yeah, I feel that this is going to be, you might have to make some hard decisions here about the new direction of your life. And you may see that some lessons are coming to a close. You may see that you're becoming you might be feeling like a small fish in a big pond where you were a big fish in a small pond before. Okay? And that's why this befriend your fear monster. That's why this is kicking in here. And because you're just really going to need to speak your truth. You're going to really need to know what it is you want to create. And it's happened at the end of this month. So let's go deeper for Pisces. I'm going to look at what you don't see coming. Let's get some guidance from Spirit. I'll tell you a little bit more about the astrology too. All right. Okay. Pisces, link is below if you want to continue on. I'll see you over there. All right. I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.